Ever feel like those tiny gold stars, next to a business online, they hold some kind of strange power over you? You're not alone. Today we're diving deep into Google reviews, like why they matter more than you think, and how to make them work, for you, not against you. We've got some excerpts from the Ultimate Google Reputation Management Guide, and even some interesting visuals to unpack here.
Yeah, it's wild how much weight those little stars actually carry. Like they tap into something deeply psychological.
Yeah.
We're hardwired to trust the experiences of others, especially when making decisions.
Right. It's like, well, 95% of people can't be wrong.
Right.
I know, like, for me personally, if a restaurant's got a ton of good reviews, I'm way more likely to try it.
Totally. It's called social proof, and it's
True.
incredibly powerful. I mean, think about it. A good rating can actually make 58% of consumers more likely to choose one business over another,
Right.
even if
Yeah.
the other one's got slightly better prices or location.
Okay, so there's some real data behind it. So it's not just about ego or vanity. It's about getting those people in the door, those customers, the ones who are already primed to become loyal fans.
Yeah, exactly. And then on the other side, a bad rating can scare away like 65% of potential customers.
Whoa, 65%. That's huge.
It is. That's a huge chunk of potential business you're potentially missing out on.
That's a stat that'll keep you up at night. Okay, so
Yeah.
Google reviews, make or break, we get it. But where do we even begin? This guide lays out 8 key strategies, starting with your Google business profile. It actually calls it your online storefront.
It's true though, right? First impressions are everything, online, offline. If a potential customer goes to your Google business profile and it's got the wrong hours or something, what's that say about your business?
Yeah, not good.
Exactly. So we're talking more than just throwing your business name up there.
Right. So what are the essentials?
Accuracy, first and foremost. Business name, address, phone number, all that good stuff. Website, hours. Make sure they're all correct. You'd be surprised.
And keywords. They mention keywords in here, like using relevant keywords in your business description to, get found more easily.
For sure. You want people to be able to find you when they search. Like say you run a vegan bakery, right?
Right.
In Austin. You want to make sure your profile says vegan bakery in Austin. So when someone Googles that, boom, you're there.
Makes sense. So our profile's all set, accurate, keywords. Now, how do we actually get those reviews?
You have to ask, but like not in a weird way. Like the guide here, they say to integrate those review requests naturally into your customer interactions,
Right.
online or in person.
Okay, so not shoving a tablet in their face on their way out the door.
Right. It's got to be organic. Like let's say you're a hairdresser and your client is loving their new cut and color. You could say something like, I'm so glad you love it. If you have a moment, would you mind sharing your experience on Google? Your feedback means a lot to us, and it helps others find us, too.
Helps others find us. I like that.
Yeah.
Not just about you, it's about the community.
Exactly. Your reviews become valuable, not just for your business, but for everyone. This guide, they actually even give you email and text templates, to make it super easy.
Ooh, templates. Now you're speaking my language. But what about those people, and I'm kind of one of them, who just forget? Like, I've been meaning to leave a review for months. Life gets in the way.
You and everyone else. That's where QR codes come in.
Wait, really? Those things are everywhere these days.
They are, and you can actually
Yeah.
use them to link directly to your Google business profile review page. Like someone
Yeah.
scans it with their phone, boom, they can leave a review, no crazy navigation or anything.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. So like on my business cards, menus.
Exactly, make them visible. Although, this company, Review Genius, they've got these genius cards.
Genius cards. Okay, now I need to know more.
They're like next level QR codes. They use
Yeah.
this thing called NFC, so you don't even have to scan it. You just tap your phone and it takes you straight to the review page. It's wild. And from what I've seen, way more effective. People actually follow through.
Wow. So smart. Like, strike while the iron's hot, right? They're more likely to leave a review when the experience is fresh. But let's be real for a sec.
Yeah.
Negative reviews. They're going to happen.
You're right, no business is perfect. But, and I know this sounds crazy, negative reviews aren't always a bad thing. A few actually make your profile seem more legit.
Wait, what? A bad review is a good thing?
Think about it. Have you ever seen a business with only perfect reviews? It's almost like
Yeah,
too perfect,
right.
Makes you a little suspicious.
True.
Like, are these even real people? But a couple of less than perfect reviews just makes the whole thing seem more believable, more human.
Okay, I get it. I get it. Still, I'd rather not have them if I can avoid it. Is there any way to prevent them?
Well, this guide, it actually talks about this idea of capturing that negative feedback
Yeah.
privately. before it goes out to the whole world. They call it a review shield.
A review shield. So like a force field that deflects bad vibes.
Well, not exactly. It's basically an extra step in the review process. Before it goes public, customers rate their experience first. And if it's good, awesome, leave a review. But if it's not so good,
They get whisked away to a secret feedback chamber.
well, not a secret chamber, but like a private forum where they can talk directly to the business.
Okay, I see. I like it. Gives the business a chance to fix things, maybe even turn that bad experience around. I love that.
And get this review, genius. They've actually built this into their system.
Of course they have.
Yeah.
Genius cards, review shield. You guys are on top of it. Speaking of which, what happens when a negative review slips through? We can't just ignore those, right?
Definitely not. That's actually their next big strategy, responding to every single review, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And it's super important because ignoring reviews can actually lead to a 15% increase in customer churn.
Yeah.
Like, people want to be heard, you know?
Yeah, makes sense. Makes you feel like you matter.
Exactly. It's like if someone's talking to you,
Yeah.
and you just walk away. Not a great look. Plus, anyone else seeing that review will think the same thing, that you don't care.
Oof. Yeah, not the vibe. So we need to respond. But how do you do it the right way? Especially with negative ones. It's got to be tempting to be like, no, you're wrong.
It's tough. You got to resist that urge to make it personal. Remember, it's not just that one person reading it. This guide, it actually gives some really good advice on writing good responses.
Okay, hit me with it. What's the secret?
Start with empathy, even if you think the review is bogus. Like, just acknowledge your experience and say thanks for the feedback. Even, we're sorry to hear you didn't have a positive experience, can go a long way.
So even if they're way off base, take the high road.
Yeah. And if they've got their facts totally wrong, don't call them out online. It's not about being right. It's about looking professional. Instead of arguing online, invite them to talk to you directly. This guide calls it taking the conversation offline.
Ooh, I like that. Let's take this offline. Shows you want to make things right.
Right. You can say, we'd love to chat more and see how we can improve your experience. Give us a call at. You know the drill.
Love it. Okay, so earlier we talked about Google and keywords. Can you work those into responses too?
You're thinking like a pro.
Okay.
And yeah, totally. Say you've got a pet grooming business and someone leaves a negative review about the wait time.
Oof. Yeah, those happen.
In your response, you could say something like, we're always looking for ways to make our dog grooming services better and keep those wait times down for our awesome clients. Something like that.
Subtle but effective. I dig it. This is a lot, though. I mean, managing all these reviews, thinking of clever responses.
It's a lot, especially if you're already busy running a business. And this is where a platform like, you guessed it, Review Genius comes in.
Let me guess. They've got an AI for that.
They do. They actually have AI-powered responses for both good and bad reviews. It analyzes the review, writes the response for you, and even optimizes it for SEO, all in a natural, human-sounding way.
Wow. So you're saying they can basically be my PR team and my SEO expert.
Pretty much. And more importantly, it frees you up to do what you do best. You know, run your business.
I'm all about working smarter, not harder. So Google's one thing. What about everywhere else online? How do we make sure people see those great reviews?
You're talking about social media. That's strategy number 6. Take those glowing reviews and blast them everywhere.
Facebook, Instagram, the whole 9 yards. How do you make them stand out? Just copy-pasting feels kind of lazy.
Yeah, you got to make it visual. Graphics, videos. People love that stuff. This guide, they suggest using your brand colors, maybe even making little videos from the reviews.
Videos are huge right now. That would be super cool. Although I'm not exactly Spielberg over here.
Well, you're in luck.
Don't tell me Review Genius does that too.
They do. They say they can make branded images and videos from your reviews, ready to share.
They're reading my mind at this point. I am impressed. Okay, so before we get totally lost in the Review Genius world, we gotta zoom out for a sec. I mean, we've covered a lot. Profiles, responses, the whole 9 yards. But like, what's the main takeaway here? Why should we care so much about online reviews?
That's the million-dollar question, right? This whole thing, it's about attracting customers, growing our businesses.
Yeah.
But it's bigger than that. It's about connection. We can't just see reviews as data points. They're from real people.
Okay, I like that. So it's not just about getting those 5 stars. It's about the story behind them.
Exactly. Every review, it's a chance to learn and grow, to connect with your customers on a human level. When you respond, you're saying, hey, I hear you. I care.
It's about building a relationship, one interaction at a time.
And those relationships, they build trust, loyalty. That's something AI can't fake.
So as we wrap up, here's a challenge for everyone listening. Think about yourself for a second. What makes you trust a business online?
Is it a super slick website? Stock photos?
Or is it something else? Right. We like businesses that feel real,
Yeah.
genuine. So how can you do that too? How can you make your online presence feel more human?
How can you use your reviews to connect,
Yeah,
to start real conversations? That's what it's all about.
love that. Okay, well, I think that about wraps up our Google review deep dive. We covered a lot of ground today, the psychology, the strategies, even some AI shortcuts.
It's been a journey for sure.
It has. So here's the bottom line. Everyone, Google reviews are powerful, but it's up to you to use that power wisely.
It's not just about the stars. It's about the people giving them.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Go out there, make those connections, and watch your business thrive. And hey, if you need a little help along the way, we've got your back. Check out Review Genius. Until next time, happy reviewing.